So next year I try out for the Dolphins. That's what Dan Marino shows.
Yo, what's goody, y'all, man? It's your boy Javon Bullock.
Jackson Meats.
And this is Behind the Helmet. Man, week 3, Jack.
Week 3, man. We got the first guest on the show.
You did
2, 3.
Man, what Tykee in the building. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? 2, 3. You our first guest on the show.
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
That's
How
right.
you feeling, man? You good?
No, I'm feeling good, man. Glad to be here with y'all boys, man.
Yeah.
Just glad that y'all got me on the show.
Already, man. Already. Hey, man, week 3, episode 3, dog. We're going to dive right in. So I feel like this might be the best episode yet.
Nah, man. This episode 4, boy.
It's episode 4?
This episode 4.
I'm flag. Episode 4. Episode 4 then. But week 3 of college football.
Yes.
Hey, man, I know y'all been going crazy. College football been in a frenzy, man. I'm telling you, hey, upsets after upsets. You know what I'm saying? Shocking games, overtimes.
Shocking is
2-3, you know what I'm saying? What was your favorite game to watch? After we got done playing, like, what game would you just dive in on the most this week?
So I dialed in on 2 games. I got to watch my former school, West Virginia, play Pitt. So that was like a big rivalry game back then. So I never got to play in one of them rivalry games when I was there. So I watched those and kind of supported my old teammates that I'm still cool with that go there. And then I watched that Colorado State game. So that was also another good one.
Man, since we already hitting on the Colorado State game, man, what you think about that hit? What's your opinion on that?
Definitely unnecessary, a cheap shot. So I think at Georgia, Coach Smart would have snapped on us, even if that was one of us on defense making a hit.
Man, you think he should have got thrown out the game for that, or you think it was the 15-yard penalty was enough?
No, I think he definitely should have got thrown out the game. Bands like you saw that he didn't catch the ball. The play was obviously over, and you still took a cheap shot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a DB, you know what I'm saying, and I love, you know what I'm saying, like being physical, but I agree with you on that one.
No, yeah, I'm all with the right is right and wrong is wrong. So like that was in that situation, he was wrong.
You feel me? He did. I agree with you on that. He was dead wrong. Now, the ball clearly, you know what I'm saying, the ball clearly was out of bounds. Now he was out of bounds, and the ball had already hit the ground. I think he just did that. You know what I'm saying, on some
set a tone.
Yeah, like to send a message, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them games, man.
Man, I know as a receiver though, bro, like that's one of my worst fears, bro. Like, you know, you going up for a ball, you don't know where nobody at, somebody just come and take your man.
Yeah.
But nah, bro.
Man.
Nah,
2-3. First SEC game this week, though.
Made some big plays, boy.
Come on, man. This back to back.
Boy, you
Savage
made some big
pass.
plays.
My boy the turnover king. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But let's dive into it, man. 14-3 going into halftime. Like, what going on in Tykee mind right here? Well, the first time we done been down all year.
Right.
First time we done been down in a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? What going on in Tykee here? Like, what you know what I'm saying?
So at the moment, I was a little frustrated. Like, damn, we down 14-3, but I wasn't really trying to show it, trying to keep the composure. So that was the biggest thing, just going into halftime, trying to fix some corrections. Cause I think credit to them on what they did in the first half, but I think it was more so us than them.
Sure. Yeah.
Like just us not communicating on the back end and on the defense as a whole.
Right.
So I was a little frustrated at us, like in the performance we put on in the first half.
What you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like what caused us to really get in that hole though? Like, you know what I'm saying, like what were some of the things that we could have fixed earlier in the game rather than later in the game?
Just tackling. I think our tackling was kind of poor that first drive with them being able to throw a screen and score. So, yeah, we definitely shouldn't allow nobody to throw a screen and walk in on us like that. But I think we came out the second half and head was on fire and we was out there ready to go.
I feel like for a minute, man, like a lot of the same stuff they was doing on offense and stuff y'all see every day from us. And like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know, like you said, like y'all just had to click it. And like, man, like, come on, bro. Like, we know who he is, bro. Let's go out there and do what we do.
That's crazy, bro. But like, it's crazy now. Like, it's crazy you say something about practice and stuff, cause like we be getting put in so many like scenarios where we like uncomfortable at practice just for like those opportunities. Like, cause like, what was the locker room like? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause people want to know. Like, was it like how was our mindset as a whole? Like, what was some of the conversations being held in the locker room? Like, what was that like?
So it was also just to see how the team responded, because we never been in no situation like that, like y'all said. So the biggest thing was just seeing how we overcome the adversity and basically pick one another up with us being down. So I was real proud of the team with us doing that.
Yeah, I compare it to the Missouri game last year. That's how I felt like, because I know last year it felt like the same way in the locker room. Like, we was down, like, probably 2 possessions at half, and then we just, like, we talked, we was like, man, like, we Georgia, bro. Like, we go through harder stuff every day with Kirby on that mic. Like, man, but, nah, bro, we definitely kicked that junk on in the second half. But I got a question for you, though, bro.
What's goody?
So, clearly you didn't play this week. But you were still on the sideline, you know, supporting, man. I'm talking
Definitely
about every time I came out the field, I saw you over there with the towel. You over there swinging that towel.
He definitely returned.
Facts. But what was the perspective like from you this game? Like, I know it was hard, trust me. I know it was hard, but what was the difference?
Bro, it's a different feeling, especially like I can speak especially from a DB unit, because those are the guys, man, and Tykee can attest to this too. Like we, in that room, we tight, bro. So just seeing them boys like go out there and make the plays that they, you know what I'm saying, like that I know they can make, and them actually just doing their job, and them having fun, like, cause it was surreal for me, and I couldn't do nothing but be excited for them, cause like I see those boys work day in and day out, come to practice, you know what I'm saying, do their thing at practice, work so hard, and then to go into the game, you know what I'm saying, do that same thing on a much bigger platform.
Right.
Like, how can I not be happy for somebody? You know what I'm saying? How can I not be happy for my teammates? Same thing in Berkeley, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of the ball. Like, rah-rah, Dom, you know what I'm saying? Them boys making plays, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dylan, like Kendall, like everybody, man, Carson. I was, you know what I'm saying, excited to see how he responded. Like Tykee said, bro, it really just like, you know what I'm saying, like really just trying to see how we respond as a team, because last year's team responded well, but this is a whole different team. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we took that, you know what I'm saying, we took it, we ran with it, and we responded, man. I feel like we responded.
Key, you was in that position a few times, like, well, last year you was in that, well, not for real last year, but you know, like 2 years ago, the first night, you was in that position a lot. Like, you know, having to be the supportive guy on the sideline, even though that, you know, you wasn't getting the opportunities you had because you were going through, you know, injuries and stuff. How did that help you with like perseverance and like, you know, help you with your mindset? How your mindset?
So during that time, that 2021 season, I like earlier in the preseason, I broke my foot during camp, and then was working my way back from that. Then tore my ACL. So the biggest thing during that process just taught me like patience, like basically not because at first I felt like I was frustrated myself, just kept asking like why, and then kind of not figuring out like, damn, what I'm gonna do next. Then I had to get that mindset like, damn, like now let me attack rehab and try to get myself back so I could be the best player I could be the following year. So that was my biggest thing. I think during that process it just taught me like patience.
For sure.
Like what, you know what I'm saying? I know like I'm going through it now. Yeah. So like just on some advice, like what would you tell me, you know what I'm saying? Cause you're like patient, like, you know what I'm saying, it's easier said than done. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You get anxious, you like, damn, bro, like
definitely
it's
hard.
You know what I'm saying? They're happening to me, like why, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, why? So like what advice could you give me, you know what I'm saying, like moving forward as I'm dealing with an injury like that?
Just basically like to attack the rehab, going with the right mindset. Like at first, I was like, dang, I keep going through the same thing, doing the same stuff over and over again, as far as like the rehab process. But I was out for a whole season, which is different from you. You got probably a couple weeks, but just being able to attack the rehab process with the right mindset. Like me, I don't think when I got hurt out for the season, I don't think I wanted to be around football. So I don't think I was truly like there mentally. So that was my whole perspective. That's why I think I kind of struggled in the beginning of my rehab process.
Yeah, because definitely, like, I was going through a few injuries at the beginning of the season. This season, like, I know how you feel, like, not going to be around football. Because, like, you watching, you just getting mad. You like, man, dang, I can't do nothing, man. But, nah, for sure, man. But, man, you know, we be on the field. And sometimes, you know, the other team might have a lot to say. What's y'all opinion on like trash talking? Are y'all trash talkers, or y'all trash talking when y'all losing and winning, or y'all trash talking when y'all winning only? Like what kind of trash talking y'all do?
Don't lie.
Before I got here, I was definitely a trash talker, but as I got here, I kind of calmed down. Bands all the way. Y'all know how Coach Smart is. We don't really do that much talking. We let her pass talk. So just just been big on that. But we might have a few words here and there. Cause some people might step out their lane. Yeah,
you still gotta pop it though sometimes.
Yeah.
For
I'll
sure.
put the question back on you. Like I know from a defensive standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like we gonna talk a little smack, you know what I'm saying? So offensively, just give me a different perspective. Like what's the trash talk like?
Man, y'all know I'ma always say what I gotta say on the field. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm dead. Y'all definitely know if I drop past something in practice, y'all trash, I'm saying something back too, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm definitely one of those. I'm trash talking where I'm winning or losing, like, but it's never like out of pocket trash talk. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like. Let's say you talking about your mama, or talking about your little sister or something like that. It's always like directed towards you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stay on the
Facts, because
like,
when they get to that other stuff, that's when you start like, what?
it's getting
Like, you know what I'm
personal.
saying? Yeah, you can't be doing that.
So okay, like speaking of trash talk,
on that, what Coach Brown say? Hey, no, he done made it personal.
I was just gonna get to that, dog. Like, I was just gonna get to that.
That's
so,
your nerve.
like, you feel me? Like, okay, so with that situation, like, how y'all feel? You know what I'm saying, about the Coach Prime thing. He was basically, okay, so if you don't know, the dude was basically saying, like, if you go into a meeting, if you talking to me, whatnot, he was like, I expect you to take your hat off and your shades off when you talking to, like, you know what I'm saying, interviewers and things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, Prime took it, I guess, as disrespect. He like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, who you to tell me what I gotta do? You know what I mean? So how y'all feel about that? Like, how y'all feel like the team responded? And how y'all feel about, like, the team just really taking his personality, you know what I'm saying, and playing with it on their show?
I definitely, like they got a couple shows out on YouTube, couple episodes, so I watched those, so I really enjoy how he allowed them to be himself, allowed them to be themselves outside the whole football thing, kind of create their brand. And then the whole glasses thing, I'm totally with it. Like, I don't think that's a sign of disrespect, long as you feel me.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, that was tough, man.
As long as you're responding to like what I'm saying and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that the coach with it, I ain't gonna lie, that's really why I like Coach Smart too, man. Coach Smart be with it, dog. Like,
facts.
Like,
just in his own way. He know like everybody got their own way of doing it. Like Coach Smart gonna make it he's still gonna be respectful with it, but he gonna respectfully let you know that I don't give like
oh God. God be, man.
Yeah, but yeah, most definitely.
And Coach Smart one of the top funniest coaches.
Oh, easily, man. Easily, man. Why you say that, though?
Just some of the stories he be like, some of the stuff he say in meetings and at practice.
Oh, boy.
Like during practice, and once he on the mic, like at the moment, like it might not be funny because we all out there tired and like working. But when we go back at the practice, me and JB just be like thinking about what he said. Like it just be like, yo,
he was out of pocket.
and bro, like he just be like, I be like, yo, what's wrong with him? Like where that come from?
He be having me crying, dog.
But it's so random. Like he'll just say random sentences.
And he'll be going on for like 5 minutes. Like you done messed up on something or did something 5 minutes ago. He'll still be going like.
The meetings be crazy though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If your coach out recruiting, like your designated position coach out recruiting and things like that, and he running the meeting, boy, that's some of the best laughs I ever had.
Bro, let me give y'all fans a scenario. So one of our teammates jumped outside in 4th and 1, probably week 1 or 2. And the whole practice, he on the mic, the whole time, whatever he do, he going through a drill, just screaming at him like,
I'm telling you,
man,
that dude was
definitely one of the funniest.
2-3, man. Let dive in a little deeper, man. Like you said, battling injuries and really just like your life of perseverance. Give us a little background of, you know what I'm saying, who you are and where you from, things, you know what I'm saying, things that go on in your personal life.
So yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm a little far from what I'm used to. So when I got to Georgia, that was my first time down south. Never been down south. I know y'all big on pork down here. y'all real big on pork.
You ain't no pork?
No, no pork on my fork. So yeah, y'all real big on that. So up there, we ain't too big on the pork up there in Philadelphia. But you got some people that eat it. But yeah, coming down south was definitely a big change because I've never been outside of Philadelphia for real. Besides like when I went like to college, but coming down south definitely opened my eyes. Was glad to meet it was like a different culture down here. So being able to adapt to that and then coming down here would definitely been some of the best times of my life and giving me a different look at life.
Yeah.
So like, what was the difference between, you know what I'm saying, from up north and down south? Like, what was the biggest transition for you?
Definitely the heat.
Definitely breathe down here sometime, bro.
Definitely the heat. So up in Philly, it don't get as hot as it do down here or humid. And then once I got down here, it was in June. So I remember the first time we do like the little run. Remember we got lifts Monday through Friday. Whoa. Fridays we do the run in the morning.
Yeah.
So we running the 100-yard tempos. So I'm like,
they really
damn. I'm like, yo, am I breathing? Like, it's like I wasn't breathing right. So, cause Sinclair had me sit out like a rep or two to get my breathing. And I'm like, dang, this is my first time running down south, hurting. Yeah. And then remember when I got down here, I had got surgery on my thumb, and then got my wisdom teeth taken out. So I back to back. So I'm like, yo, I'm going through it. Could barely eat. And prepare myself for the team runs. And then my first time doing these team runs in the heat, so I'm going through it. Got a big I had a big cast on my hand.
I remember that shit so vivid, bro. Man, I remember like that was like one of our first team runs during the summer too, because we were freshmen. Yeah. Boy, y'all remember the first time we ran those 200-yard shuttles, bro? When the new field had just got done. And like he said, I got something new for y'all today. He gave us like 28 seconds to get from one end to another, bro. Man. And it was 7 a.m. hot, like 85 degrees out there, bro. And I'm looking side to side. Everybody just head down.
Cooking though, like it's a different type of heat.
And I can see like if we went in the morning, it'd be smooth. But we go at 3:30 in the afternoon, bro. Heat. Like we be in meetings, it'd be 91 feeling like 97. We get out there, it's 98 feeling like 105. I'm like, yo, come on, can we go in the morning some days?
Oh God, like we be in the meet rooms. I'm sitting there looking at the weather. Looking at the weather forecast. Like it's steady going up. I'm like, yo.
Man. The Sinclair Smart combo is definitely some pressure, boy.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Those boys compliment each other though, cause I ain't gonna lie. I feel like in this profession you gotta be a little
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little
throw it outside the box.
You know what I'm saying?
Outside the box.
Hey man, it brought them great success, so you know why you know what I'm saying, why change it now?
Oh yeah, facts.
But okay, 2, 3. Let's talk about family, like siblings, you know what I mean? Like just your family, who's the people in your life?
So everybody got like immediate fans. So I got a couple aunts, cousins that I'm real close with. But my mom, she got 5 kids. I got a older sister, she the oldest. I got 2 older brothers, and then I got a little brother. And then of course, I got a daughter that's 1 year old. So my daughter, my everything. So I do this to kind of try to provide for her and feed her.
Man, I love that for you too, man. Cause like, I know for me personally, like we know each other's wives, you know, cause we done been through it with each other for a minute now. So like when I see you going out there making plays, bro, that jump be making me happy, cause I be knowing what you going out there doing it for, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, but yeah, bro, that jump definitely different. But
like how is she such a like motivating factor for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just give me like, you know what I'm saying, dive deep into it on some like why you go so hard for her? Like why?
Just trying to get her a better life than what I had. Make sure she don't never want for nothing from nobody. Knowing that I always have her, no matter what, and I'm gonna do whatever I could do to make sure she's straight. So I think she definitely came into my life at the right time with me losing my nephew, then found out I'm about to have a baby, and then tear my ACL. So it was kind of rough for me at the time. Then found out I had her, then her born 2 days before my birthday. So that was a real blessing. And then the only thing about that, her birthday 2 days before mine is kind of like, damn, my birthday over with. So so her first birthday this year was actually on my birthday. So we had a party for her back at home. And I don't even think, some people probably didn't even know.
Oh, God.
Some people probably even forgot that it was my birthday. So
just outside of football, like how has she flipped your perspective, like just as a man in general, bro?
Just basically knowing I got responsibilities outside, like the whole football thing and the whole school thing. Just knowing I got to be able to be the right example for her and make sure I can't do make no silly mistakes. Or like I also live off of saying like one false move you can lose it all. So just not trying to put myself in any situation where I could harm me and my daughter relationship or not being able to be there for my daughter.
Facts, man. Dang, you in line with that one though. One mistake, but you could definitely lose it.
Yeah, facts.
All right, man. So, okay, Philly. I've never been there. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tykee be talking all the time about Philly, but I've never been there. Like, the environment Like what's you know what I'm saying? Give me some good, give me some bad about Philly. Like give me some pros and cons about Philly. Like what?
Some pros about it. I think we definitely got some good cheesesteaks. I don't think y'all.
Man,
When you touching Philly?
No, y'all go to American Deli and get yellow cheese on the Philly.
if I told y'all,
Y'all go to American Deli and get yellow cheese on the cheesesteak.
bro, my first time eating a cheesesteak was like earlier this year, bro. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, that joint was.
From where?
I got it from like this. We was in Atlanta. We was.
Oh no! Don't even share the story then.
Hey, man, I don't know where it was from, but it was like this little corner store. And it had like hella cheese, a lot of steak. I don't like onions like that, so I got light onions. But I don't know how Phillies taste, but that opened my eyes about cheesesteaks, boy. That's all good.
Yeah, so cheesesteak definitely good. So back in like May when Nolan first got drafted, remember they was down there for like the little rookie mini camp. So I met up with Nolan and them. Took him to a cheesesteak spot out there. So he ordered to my, can I get a Philly cheesesteak? I'm like, bro, you already in Philly. You don't gotta do that. All you gotta do is say, yo, let me get a cheesesteak and let them know what you want on it. So,
so you ain't gotta say.
No, you in Philly.
No, just say, let me get a cheesesteak. You don't gotta say, let me get a Philly cheesesteak. Like,
I ain't know that y'all would say the same shit.
yeah, so I'm like, no, like, just say, yo, let me get a cheesesteak. Don't say.
Go there, okay. So what y'all order? Like, what's like?
Where's that? Ishkabibble. So that's a cheesesteak spot. Ishkabibble. So it's a spot on South Street in Philly that we had went to. So I picked Nolan up. We had went, and then a chill little spot, and they had some cheesesteak there. So we had got it. Nolan said, "Let me get a Philly cheese." I'm like, just ask for a cheesesteak.
Man, what was Fo's reaction to the cheesesteak though, man? I know Fo, man.
He busted down. He busted down.
Okay, that leaves me. I'm glad you brought that up, man. 'Cause that leaves me to another question. Like, how good of a feeling, like knowing that you played with those guys, and them being able to play for your hometown, man. Like, how big is that? Like, how exciting is that for you?
So definitely real excited to bring them guys onto the team that I was a fan of growing up. Real happy for them guys and them guys being able to go in there and make an impact. So yeah, I'm real happy for them guys. And just them, like Nolan never talking about, yeah, I'm a down south boy down. And now look at you. Now you.
That's crazy, boy.
Like, cause I don't think he probably never really been up north outside, like when he probably went on like visit like the Penn State and stuff like that. But now he got to live up there, him, JC and them. So some of them guys probably never even
seen snow.
Yeah.
Man, I know I've seen snow probably like 3 times in my life. Maybe 3. Man,
yeah, I mean, how often do y'all get snow though?
every winter. Every winter.
Like it's thick snow. Like what,
Yeah.
what's you know what I'm saying?
So it's definitely thick snow. So depending on how much snow it is, they might cancel school growing up. But
that's so
yeah,
good.
like you might have nice
That
school.
would get school canceled.
Yeah, cause y'all don't get that much snow. Like we might,
No, they don't cancel it for that.
yeah, we might get so much snow like buses can't run. So you know up there, people catch SEPTA. So like buses might not be able to run, people might not be able to get around. You can't drive cars and stuff like that. So it'd be kind of, so they cancel like school and stuff like that. But sometimes there's snow, and snow would be a little high, but you still got to travel on that. And you better make sure you bundled up. Like it'd be some days it was so cold I walk backwards. Like
Wait, what?
yeah, it'd be like the wind would be blowing so hard hitting your face. Like so I'll walk backwards. Like
hey, skis on the thing back there. You can't find Hey, you know, that's smart though, man. That's really smart.
And then
What?
yo,
it is, bro. You walking.
How you going?
Because you walking this way. You can see backwards. You still walking and looking to the side. You
Yeah, facts.
You can't see what's in front of you though.
You don't need to. You walking on the sidewalk.
bro, bro, it'd be so.
You might run into people.
Like I mean, it ain't that many people out on the street, but
it is snowing.
But bro, it'd be so cold. Like sometimes you're like, oh no, the wind hitting my face. Like it'd be drawn. Like, bro, bring tears down your eyes.
Okay, so this Jackson, like we know this because we in the locker room. Yeah. So tell me about tucking the white beater in, like.
Oh no, I'm definitely. I'm gonna do that every trip. So like, that's what. So you probably from Philly. So like most Philly people probably do that. Mel's probably do that. Tuck that white beater in. Benzo. So the wind. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, the winter time up there, the winter hit your back, it'd be so cold. That winter hit your back, yo, you'd be like, yo.
Let me tell you about Tykee, man. So Man, I done went to Walmart and got me like a variety pack of white beaters, right? And, you know, it's
Yeah,
different
colorful
colors, different colors of white beaters. So I ain't thinking nothing of that because I ain't never heard of you just gotta wear a white beater.
Nah, that's a law.
Ain't no law. I ain't never heard of that law.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a law. That's in the Declaration of Independence. Like, there's only one color of white beaters and it's white.
Man, nah,
he'd come with a black, gray, blue. I'm like, bro, I can't trust
you.
you.
A burgundy beater. Like, that's out of pocket, dog.
Hey man, this man Tykee walked past me and turned around. He said, "Hey, little bro, I know there ain't no colored beater, bro." He said, "Nah, bro, that's drawn, bro. You can't wear that, little bro."
Yeah, I said, I can't trust you when you wear colors.
So you know, so we get ready. We putting our suits on. We finna walk over to the Georgia Center, and it's like freshman year, so you know, me and Tykee right beside each other. So in the locker room, so I'm like, "Yo, you tucking your white beater in?" He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "That thing get tucked in every trip."
Hey, and to this day, that junk still gets because we still sit next to each other in the locker room. So now he'll still laugh here and there, but he already knows it's getting tucked in every trip.
That's crazy, man.
Nah, that's definitely lit.
All right, so we got a couple of fan questions, 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? You being the guest, we're gonna hit you with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See what you thinking. All right. So, first question is, who do you think stepped up the most on defense in the second half? Like, I know we as a unit came together, but if you could pick one person that stood out to you, who would it be?
Markel Williams. I think Markel Williams came out, had a real good second half with him applying, getting pressure to the quarterback. Like I said, rush and coverage work together. So I think he had a real good second half, being able to be destructive. Like,
what you think about offense? Who stepped up most of the second half?
I think John had a good game overall, but the second half, I'm gonna say the offensive line as a whole, we wasn't able to do much in the first half.
Okay, so last question. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of touched on that too, but how much football do you watch on Saturdays? Like, are you dialed in before the game and after the game, or you kind of just, you know what I'm saying, after the game, after you play out your game, you know what I'm saying, you dial into the game?
So yeah, we've been roommates for the last 3 weeks, so we be trying to dial in for the games that we could watch before we gotta handle our business or check into like team meals like that. So we'll be up there watching football, and then after the game, I'll go home, chill, and watch football after the game too. So real big on that to try to see what's going on around the whole college football. So yeah.
Okay, I got one more for you.
Do it.
If you had to hand the Heisman out today, who is your Heisman front runner right now?
My Heisman front runner, it's gonna be out of I think Caleb Williams been putting on a real good show, and then Shador Sanders been putting on a real good show. I think he doing a good job of leading that team and taking them where they need to go. So definitely out of one of them.
Has anybody ever won the Heisman twice?
Oh, I don't know, but
I was finna say Johnny Manziel, but nah.
Yeah,
he was close though. He was close.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, if Caleb won it twice, I think that'd be crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Definitely won it twice.
Archie Griffin, 1975, only person.
He won it twice. Archie Griffin.
Caleb Williams might be number 2.
Hey man, but Shador Sanders too though.
But
Shador.
Yeah, definitely.
Shador, you know, Cartier, stay short, Cartier. But nah, man. Hey man, that gonna conclude episode 4.
Man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all continue to ask us questions in the comments and our DMs, man. Y'all let us know who y'all want the next guest to be, man. Appreciate y'all.
2 or 3, appreciate you hopping on the show, brother. Love, man.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
We out of here.